107.5 WGCI, the Shaw's #1 for hip-hop and R&B. Man, I got all my brothers with me. Brother Bug is in the building.
What's
Big
happening?
Ryan. And we got one of the coldest to ever do it on the R&B tip in the building, man. Neo, what's happening?
What's poppin', sir?
How you feeling, young man?
Man, I'm living life and loving it, brother. That's what it is.
That's the only way, man, because like we said off mic, if you complain, don't nobody care.
Don't nobody give a damn. Might laugh at you for complaining. Laugh at your pain. It's all good. I'm good.
Well, you
Great
make sure
space.
your pain is champagne. Huh?
Indeed. There you go.
You did?
You know what it is? I like it. I like it.
Well, Neo, man, you've been all over the blogs. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I don't know if it's been you've been everywhere.
Pimpin'? Oh boy.
You know what I'm saying? You know, people want to know, so we'll talk about it, man.
We can talk about it, man. It is what it is.
Your love life.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? You have I don't know, four girlfriends.
Roster.
You know what I'm saying? How did you compile your roster? Like, what's the qualifications to get on the Neo roster?
Qualifications. Well, I am a luxurious 45 years old.
Come on now.
So a big booty and a smile do not cut it no more. You got to have something going on in your heart. Got to have something going on in your mind. You know, you got to have some kind of drive, some type of, you know, some about you that says I'm out here doing more than just using what I got to get what I want. You know what I mean? You got to have some sort of compassion about yourself. Like I can't stand a pretty mean girl. I can't stand
Who
you.
you tell?
Like, you can go to hell for real. I don't like you at all.
You're not even
I just need somebody with their head on straight. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm at an age where I don't have the patience, I don't have the time, I don't have the energy. You know what I'm saying? I don't deal with kids. That's just what it is.
I think the thing that I've heard you speak about it that was most interesting to me is when you said, "I'm tired of lying."
Yeah.
I got tired of lying.
It don't make no sense no more.
It take a lot out of you.
They really do.
Trust me,
They
I know.
really do. And I realize now that had I been honest from the beginning, it's so much time and energy I could have saved. You know what I mean?
But let me ask, okay. So I'm glad you said that because I want to talk about because we're gonna go into this relationship stuff. You say it saved a lot of time lying, but some dudes will go to the fact that nobody likes it when you tell the truth either. So
But
as
that
a
ain't your
man,
problem.
sometimes no. I'm saying as a man, sometimes that doesn't put you like if I'm truthful and I'm honest. I still get looked at crazy. I still get judged for even when I'm lying. So I might as well go on lie and try to tell you what you want to hear. I'm just saying I don't work like that no more. But I'm just saying like some dudes will be like, when I lie, I have less drama. When I tell you the truth, oh my God, you're the worst. You're misogynistic. You're this. You get all these labels put on.
I feel you on that. So I put it to you this way: which piece lasts longer, the piece from telling the truth or the piece from lying? Because mind you, you lie to her right now, and you're gonna be peaceful for a moment. But yeah, you have to keep that lie going. And at some point, you're gonna forget what the hell you said. She gonna
That's
catch
why you got to put it in
bruh.
your notes.
She gonna catch you. And then you gonna go to sleep and leave your phone open, and she gonna see the notes. She gonna catch you, man.
Say it ain't no getting out of it.
She
You
gonna
getting
catch
caught.
you. It just is what it is. You can only be something you're not for so long. The real you is gonna surface.
Right.
When it do, you in trouble. That's it. And that's that drama lasts longer than the drama of telling her ugly truth right now. You ain't gonna feel you gonna be mad right now, but trust me, in a minute you
Bite
gonna
you in
respect
the
me
ass,
because I kept it real with you.
Right.
That's just what it is. That lasts longer. Somebody being mad at you telling the truth, that's that person's problem. That ain't your problem. It's like, baby, listen, if you mad at me for keeping it real with you, then I might not be the one for you. That's just what it is. Go find you a man that's gonna tell you these pretty lies because I ain't got time no more.
Ugly truth over pretty lie.
All day.
Neo, I want to get
All
to the
day.
music, man.
Yes, sir.
I love your new single.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Show Me. It's got
Yes,
that
sir.
Neo vibe,
Yes,
and
indeed.
you can always tell. For me, I can always tell when you wrote a record. I mean, you have this certain sound that you create, even when you write them for other artists. What is out of all the many platinum records that you have created for other artists, not your records? I want you to exclude your records. What's your favorite record that you've wrote for somebody else?
Good question. You know what? Beyonce's Irreplaceable always jumps to the front of the list on that one, just because it was so many lessons that I learned through that whole process. You know, from business lessons as well as just life lessons. To tell you the truth, I learned that the message and the messenger both matter. You know what I mean? It's one thing to deliver a message but who's delivering that message counts just as much as that message. You know, for example, when I wrote the song, I wrote it with the intention of singing it myself, you know. But what I realized is some of those lyrics, mind you, take the same situation. You with a young woman, you realize that she's cheating on you, and you say to her, I can have another you in a minute. Matter of fact, she'll be here in a minute. Even though the situation is what it is, that still comes across misogynistic and
From a
mean.
man.
Yeah.
From a
It
man.
doesn't hit the same from a woman.
Same situation from a woman, it comes across empowering. It's like, yeah, girl, we taking our power back. That's right. You know, it comes across that way. So it's like, that's what I realized through that song. All right, not every message hits the same depending on who's sending the message. So at that point, we realized we need a woman to sing this song. And I got to give a shout out to Beyonce at this point for turning it into the hit that everybody knows and loves.
Yeah.
How does it make you? I mean, of course, I know you're proud of your works and what you do, but how does it make you feel when you sit up and know that you have some timeless hits that you've written for people and yourself? When you sit back, because I mean, sometimes it's always be humble, you know what I'm saying, accept what God gives you. But sometimes, man, this Neo, look at him, hey boy, you a bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is that like? That feeling, like that energy.
I don't think that God gives you gifts, talents, and abilities for you to not bask in them at some point. You know what I mean? Mind you, you don't gotta confidence means I ain't looking down on nobody else, but I know what the hell I am. I know what the hell I do. That's the difference between being confident and being conceited. Conceited is looking down on somebody else, feeling like you better than somebody else. I don't gotta be better than nobody else. I'm great at what I do, and I'm aware of that. Now other people can be great at what they do too. But that don't dim my shine either. I can when you're confident, you can give somebody else their props as well. Conceited says, man, I'm better than you. Nah, I'm not conceited, I'm confident. Confidence says God gave me a gift, a talent, and an ability, and I'm gonna walk in it at any given point.
How does that work on a competition level with you then?
I don't compete. Compete with who? Who I'm competing with? Again, I just said there's room for everybody to shine.
Okay.
I'm not you can't compete with me because I want you to win too, pimp. No, I ain't fighting you. No.
I want me and my brother, we stand up comedians. I want him to win too. But Zach know when he go on that stage, no matter what he do, I gotta have the same amount of people coming up to me after the show saying, "Hey, Zach was cold, but you was nice too," and vice versa. I'm pretty sure he thinks the same way. So you don't have that mindset when you're like, "Okay, yeah, T-Pain, okay, that was great, T-Pain, good job, I love you, brother." Watch this.
No,
No,
not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. Because T-Pain do what he do, and I do what I do.
Okay.
Chris Brown do what he do, I do what I do.
Okay.
And mind you, the reality is everybody don't like the same thing. It's people out there that love Chris Brown and hate me. It's people out there that hate Chris Brown and love me.
Right.
So I can't be mad at you for what you decide you like or what you decide you don't.
Okay.
Everybody has an opinion. Everybody is entitled to their opinion, and I can't fault you for your opinion. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna rock with the folks that's rocking with me. If you're not rocking with me, all right, cool. There's so many other options.
right.
Rock out. Figure out what works for you.
And I'll still be here if you
I
ever
will
want to come.
still be here. The door swings both ways. We good.
Is there any songs that you wrote that you wish you would have kept for yourself? Because like I remember a video went kind of viral where you were singing with Mario and y'all were going back and forth singing "Let Me Love You." You know,
Yeah,
you wrote
man.
"Let Me Love You." Mario performed it. You know, y'all were singing it back and forth. Is it any records you were like, "Oh, I should have kept that for me"?
I got asked this question just recently, and it made me remember a song that I wrote. It was a young cat by the name of Mario Vasquez. I think Mario Vasquez. Yeah. Through situation, circumstance, and whatever, you know, things didn't go the way they should have went for him because he was a very talented cat. But I wrote a song for him called Gallery, and when I wrote it, I felt like I really wanted to keep it. But the way that the song came to be, you know, when an artist or artist representation come to me and says, "We love for you to do some music for this artist," they buy studio time. You know, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, whatever the case may be. Whatever happens within that time frame automatically goes to that artist, right? So that's the way that song came to be. They bought studio time. I did the song within that studio time, so it went to him. But when I did it, I was like, this song is special, man. I should hold on to it. Here you go,
I can do it.
And he, you know, the song came out. He did a video to it, the whole nine, and you know, things didn't go the way they were supposed to go. It happens. But yeah, that's one. And then my man Luke James. Luke James, I love Luke James.
Very
Love Luke
talented.
James' voice.
Yeah.
Ridiculously talented cat. It was a song that I initially did for myself, but once I finished my project, the song didn't exactly fit what I was trying to go for.
Yeah.
So Luke James heard it and wanted to take it. I'm like, all right, go ahead, brother. Now at the time, the pitch of the song was a little higher than he normally sings. So we dropped the key a few steps, and it just switched up the whole energy of the song. The song didn't feel the same no more. So I mean, and he did it. He put it out, and it did okay. But I feel like had I kept it where it was initially, it would have been a better situation. But again, not knocking Luke James, not knocking Mario Vasquez, both incredibly talented cats. It's just things don't always happen the way they should.
Yeah. Speaking to the young songwriters and musicians out there, but I'm gonna basically go with songwriting because I think that's a underappreciated skill set in
I
music.
agree.
People hear the finished product and be like, oh, they're like, yeah, but the brother that wrote that, has been. What would you say to young songwriting artists that are trying to get their music heard, and which one, two-part question, which one is better to you? Writing a hit for an established star or writing a hit that establishes a star?
Good question. Damn. To any singer-songwriters that are out there, I will say the best piece of advice I could give you is figure out who the hell you are. Because as a songwriter, you want to be versatile. You want to be able to write a pop song, write a rap song, write a hip-hop song, write a R&B record, write a country record. You know what I mean? You want to be able to move around like that because as a songwriter, that's your bread and butter, being able to walk into multiple rooms and be able to rock in those rooms. If you can only write R&B, you can only get R&B money. You know what I mean? Okay. So as a songwriter, you want to be versatile. You want to be diverse. But within that diversity, it's very easy to lose who you are. What is it that makes you you? What is your sound? What is your thing? You know what I mean? Imagine, I'm not talking gimmick. I'm talking the thing that makes you you when nobody's looking. That you. Like, lock into that person first and make sure that your music reflects that. Because if you don't, your music is gonna sound like the music that you're giving everybody else, and then who the hell are you? You know what I mean? You just gave your whole everything to Usher or to Chris or to Trey or to whoever. You know what I mean? Like, you need to lock into who you are and make sure that your music represents who you are versus the music that you're doing for everybody else. Which one is better? I honestly don't know because both can be lucrative and both can be a trap. You know what I mean? It really depends on your level of intelligence and knowledge in regard to the business of music. Don't ever get it twisted like music business is not a business, ladies and gentlemen. It's still a job. It's a fun job. Very lucrative job if you do it right. But if you don't do it right, it's like any other job. It could be something that don't, it could be something bad. All right? It could be something real, real bad. So I would say to any singer-songwriter or just writer or just singer, learn the business side of this thing first, man, because it's cats out here that will take advantage of what you don't know. If you don't know that's your money, they're not going to tell you that's your money, and they're going to keep it for themselves. That's just how it works. That's just how it works. And it's an ignorance thing. Don't be ignorant to what's supposed to be yours. Don't be ignorant to how things are supposed to go. There was a long time where I just didn't worry about the business side of it. Mind you, I was blessed with management that I could trust, but it don't always happen like that. You know what I'm saying? It's more cats out here trying to get over on you than there's cats out here trying to help you shine.
Yeah.
So no question is a dumb question.
Not at all.
Always.
No, question everything.
Annoy the hell out of them with questions. Yeah.
Annoy the hell out of the person that's annoyed might be the person trying to get over on you.
Right. That's why
Man, why
you
you keep asking all these damn questions? Because I want to know, man.
Right.
This is my money. What the hell am I supposed to not ask questions? What's wrong with you?
Neo, I got a question. R&B
Yes, sir.
legend, right? Who is on your Mount Rushmore of R&B?
How many faces is on?
That's
only
only
four.
four.
Only four.
That's Mount
That's
Rushmore.
only four on Mount
four.
Rushmore. Everybody try to put 5 on there. There's only 4 on Mount
Your
Rushmore.
R&B,
four.
only 4.
All right, we got Prince, we got Michael Jackson, we got Sammy Davis Jr.,
Whoa.
we got Marvin Gaye.
Whoa. Let's go back. Let's backtrack to Sammy Davis Jr. because a lot of our listeners probably have no idea who you're talking about. I do because I'm old head, and that was one of the greatest entertainers of our time. But why Sammy Davis for you?
Well, I grew up in Las Vegas, like pretty
Yeah,
much
man.
from a kid. Yeah, man, all the way from a kid all the way through high school. I grew up in Las Vegas, and Las Vegas was the music in Las Vegas was real diverse. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in a house where it was primarily R&B, soul music and whatnot. But again, in that it's Vegas, and my mom was working in these casinos. She'll come home with Wayne Newton. She'll come home with Reba McEntire.
Tom Jones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she came home with the Rat Pack, and I just always thought these cats was just so cool.
Break that down for our listeners, because they don't know them was the coolest dudes in the land.
The coolest cats, period. Like, you know, it was that thing where you dressed up because it was Tuesday, not because you was going somewhere. Because it's Tuesday and I'm gonna look good because it's Tuesday. Damn it, that's who the Rat Pack was, you know. And Sammy Davis Jr. was the only black one. He was the only black one.
Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Peter Weller, and Sammy Davis Jr.
And, you know, Sammy made it cool to be black in an era where it wasn't exactly cool to be black. You know what I'm saying? It's like your name is in lights on the marquee on the front of the building, but you got to walk through the back.
That's
you can't
crazy.
go in the front doors.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? That's when Sammy Davis Jr. was alive. And the thing was, racist as it was and however they felt about black people, when Sammy touched that stage, you fell in love with that dude because wasn't nobody singing like Sammy, wasn't nobody dancing like Sammy, wasn't nobody acting like Sammy. He had everything, and you couldn't deny it. You could not deny that man his talent. So yeah, Sammy Davis Jr. was a hero of mine growing up.
See, they don't know about Sammy Davis. See, they know Varnell
Chris
Hill.
Brown.
Who can make a rainbow? Varnell Hill was singing Sammy Davis song on Mark.
Yeah, I know that.
Go back and research.
So
He was one of them dudes.
You say Prince, Michael Jackson, Sammy Davis Jr., and
Marvin
Gaye.
Gaye.
That's tough.
That's
That's
tough.
a
one.
tough
That's
Final
tough one.
Four,
I'm not mad at
baby.
that.
Yeah, that
That's
is.
tough
But
on the
I
foot.
still see Mike and Prince pop. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see them as like
Man,
R&B
Prince,
in my
man,
head.
all that dog. You ain't listened to the beautiful ones. You ain't listened to Adore.
Still see them.
That's
Like when I
that's
think
R&B.
when I
Yes,
think
sir.
of R&B, like it's just for me. Like when I think of R&B, I even put Chris Brown somewhat pop too. Even though he sings R&B records, and Mike has R&B records. I'm not saying that, but when I think of R&B, I'm thinking records like Boyz II Men. You know, I'm thinking Tyrese. I'm thinking Drew Hill.
Lady of My Life.
What's those? You know
I
what I'm
think it's
saying?
I think it's
Do you
about
understand what I'm saying?
I think
Yeah,
it's
no,
about
that's
the way
more than those
the way you
upbeat.
define pop, because pop initially means popular.
Popular.
Boyz II Men was a pop group, bruh. Like they was singing R&B records, but they
Especially
became
that
a
first
pop group. 50 Cent is a pop artist. He's a hip hop artist who went
So
pop.
maybe I'm not saying the right term of what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It may not be pop.
The sound
What I'm
of you.
trying to say this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I
So
think
what
what
I'm
you're
saying
saying, the
is-
transcends
sound.
I'm saying
genres?
the sound is a little more
Rockish,
a little more rock,
guitars,
a little
yeah.
more upbeat.
Okay.
You know,
I
when
get
I,
it.
What's
when
gonna
I,
play on Kiss FM?
I get it.
when I think
I
of
get that.
R&B, I'm thinking of the slow, like I need you to do
Soul
Mirror Part
music.
2.
So
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
get
how you
you.
said it on me. That's how I think of R&B.
But when
feel
you
you.
look,
I feel you.
but and what he said, but when you look at Prince and Michael Jackson, and you look at the deepness of what their music was rooting in, when I hear "Lady of My Life" off the wall, that is like R&B music.
R&B music.
And he went into the quote unquote pop thing
Mm-hmm.
with Thriller or Prince. Like, you know, if you listen to some of his songs, like "Take Me With You" and stuff like that, I get it. I hear what you're saying. The guitar, heavy
know.
guitar,
Those
rock,
guys,
the sounds rock.
I'm still Michael Jackson, Prince. Those guys are genreless to me. Like,
that.
I,
Yeah,
I
it
don't
might be
like,
too.
I don't even see them as
Positionless. They just
they
cold.
positionless. Like, but when I wanted to ask you about what's the state of R&B today. How do you feel about it? Do you feel like R&B is healthy today?
I feel like it's getting healthier. You know, it was a point where okay, so hip hop became the most known and sought after genre of music, period, right? It went over rock, it went over country, hip hop was it. And then everything got a hip hop makeover. Every genre of music got a hip hop makeover, which made
Shabuzi.
which made every genre of music a little more aggressive than it was before, you know, because hip hop is primarily a somewhat aggressive art. All right, cool, we got that. So I feel like the cats that was coming up in the last few years doing R&B music, they was pulling from the influences that was around them, and the influences that was around was all hip hop. You know, I grew up in the era of Boyz II Men, Jodeci, Drew Hill, Brian McKnight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I grew up in that era where cats could be vulnerable and still be masculine, and it was accepted.
Big.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I grew up in that era. These cats did not grow up in that era. They grew up in the era where being vulnerable was lame.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you had to be tough. You had to call a woman the B word and tell her you love her afterward.
And pop a perk with her.
Yeah, that's what they came up on.
I
you know?
think that's a good point though. Of what he's saying is like the vulnerability of R&B. You don't feel the
It
same.
don't.
The begging. The
Not at
pleading,
all.
the,
Not at all.
Don't leave me, girl. Please.
From
stay
the
with me
Motown
tonight,
era,
no matter what.
where they really begged, where they was
Yeah.
really open about it. You're my darling, darling baby, to, you know, the 70s and the 80s and then the 90s. And then, like you said, 2000, it just took a
2000
turn.
just got tough.
Hey, bitch, come here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck you
Exactly.
if you don't.
It became that, you know. So and mind you, as a lover
kinda
of
like some of that,
R&B,
though.
as a lover of music, I gotta appreciate every evolution of music.
Yes. Yeah.
But at the same time, the vulnerability of R&B is one of the things that made it the great era that it was, you know. So I feel like some of that needs to come back, and I feel like it's slowly but surely but
dope.
surely swinging back towards that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta ask you this before we go. I know we gotta wrap up, but I want to get this. I love your Mount Rushmore. That was dope.
Yeah.
I want to ask you. Media's about to hit Earth. They know it's about to hit Earth. They doing a time capsule for anybody that finds any of this later, because the world's about to come to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Neo, they call you. They say they pick one. We have the ability with AI for you to work with any artist. I need you to find another songwriter to help you write a song for an artist. Who's the songwriter you going to get to help you write the song, and who's the artist you going to write it for? And this is going in a time capsule. This is going to be forever.
Mm.
When the next alien race find us, whatever, they'll be like, what is this? Oh, Neo and...
Good question. Damn. Neo and Jonte Austin. Shout out to the boy Jonte Austin.
On the
That's
pen
songwriter.
side.
That's the pen.
Okay.
Mhm.
And we are writing a song for
Dead or Alive? You,
probably Dead or Alive?
Yeah, because AI.
Oh,
we gonna use
Dead
it.
or Alive. That's totally different.
Yeah.
Hey, that's completely different. I thought we was just working with what
No,
we got now.
I said AI. I said you can
Right.
use AI.
All right. Yeah, probably still Jonte or Babyface. And we writing for Mike. Writing for Michael Jackson.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Tough.
My man, Neo one
Yes,
time.
indeed, yes, indeed.
Where can people follow you, man?
Listen,
Lock in
my
with
IG
you.
is at Neo on X or Twitter or whatever the hell it's called now, at Neo Compound. Y'all know how to do the Facebook thing, Facebook/Neo. Yeah, man, I'm around. Got a whole bunch of things going on.
Appreciate you, brother.